High Limit, FloRacing, Brad Sweet, Kyle Larson, they made a significant announcement in regard to the future of team ownership with the Sprint Car Series. First, we're not talking charters anymore. They are now franchises. It's definitely a branding shift and a good one. Maybe distance themselves from the NASCAR mess going on right now with the multiple lawsuits. And the word franchise, I think, is just an easier to understand word and concept. The biggest part of this announcement, though, is the amount of cash that will be paid out to teams over the next 4 years. Starting in 2026, 10 franchise teams will share $2.6 million with an additional $1.4 million available for other teams and other awards. And I'll come back to that in a minute. In 2027, that amount rises to $2.9 million, then $3.4 million in 2028, and $3.7 million in 2029. When you add in the extra money in the system each year, the total amount to be paid out over the next 4 years is just shy of $18 million. These franchise team payouts replace the current system of point fund and tow money, and that's a key point. This isn't in addition to the point fund and tow money, this replaces it. Brad told me that these dollar amounts will be paid out in some form through the season, at the very least a portion of it, so teams can continue to get regular payments to support their operations like they were getting with tow money. Another key point, this money does not replace race purses. Teams will still be racing for that money in addition to this franchise cash. So franchise teams' revenue streams will include these payouts plus race purses and then contingencies and sponsorships and those other bonuses. Back to that extra money each year. When you look at the rundown in 2026, for example, franchise teams, they get $2.6 million guaranteed, and then there's an additional $1.4 million available. That extra money will cover some measure of a point fund for non-franchise teams, plus other bonuses and incentives. It will still be possible to compete with High Limit full-time even without a franchise, and those teams will still have money available in both a point fund and some tow money system pool. As we know, 5 franchises were awarded after 2024 to the top 5 team in the standings, and another 5 will be awarded after this season, basically to the next 5 highest teams. Those next 5 highest will have their status determined by their combined results from 2024 and 2025. The 5 teams who earned a franchise from 2024 are obviously the KKR 49 of Brad Sweet, the Clausen Marshall 7 BC with Tyler Courtney, Rico Abreu 24, the Roth 83, and Brent Marks 19. And then the obvious question is what happens with Roth's franchise? And with them not signing in last night and having no intention of doing so in the future, that franchise now goes back into the pool. Brad told me they will award a 6th franchise after 2025. Roth retains no ownership over the franchise and is not in a position to sell it. So we're basically only getting 4 from 2024 now, and then we'll have 6 going forward.